And welcome to this week's Sunday Market Outlook. You're here with your host, Pastor Pips. It's only going to be me today, but that ain't no problem. Guys, remember to check out www.litcapital.co.uk to start your trading career here. Book a free consultation. It's absolutely free. One of our advisors will give you a call and find a way of how we can help you. Now, first things first, as we always do, let's head over straight to the economic calendar. Now, in terms of this week, it's not as heavy as last week was, and that's perfectly fine. Now, Monday and Tuesday is quite light in terms of the economic calendar and the economic events that are going to, take place. There's nothing much really standing out to me except for the harmonized index of consumer prices for the euro. It might not do much, but it's definitely something that we should pay attention to. However, midweek, Wednesday is a very heavy day. We've got some non-manufacturing PMI for China. We've got GDP for the pound. We've also got CPI for the euro. And lastly, ADP employment change for the dollar. This may, have a positive or negative effect on the dollar, and we'll see whether our technicals line up with it come the midweek outlook. Now, lastly, on Thursday, we've just got some Tankan large manufacturing index. Hopefully I said that right, for Japan, and we've got trade balance for the Aussie. And that will be it pretty much in terms of the economic events. It looks like maybe technicals will take the main stage this week. And yeah, let's head straight over to the charts. Now, what I am going to start off with this week is going to be the DXY. Now, looking at last week's candle that just finished printing, yes, we did see a slight pullback. However, price didn't get up as high pull back as low enough as we would have liked in order for price to push up higher. We still got some more imbalances. We've got this weekly loss up candle as well. However, where price mitigated from here previously, I would like to see price head up higher to actually give us that pullback. However, as we can see, we've also got a bit of a gap sitting inside there. As we come down lower into the 4-hour time frame, realistically just trying to work out what price wants to do here. I do believe we can get a bit of a push to the 6-hour candle. Mitigation to then come down lower. Would like to see a pullback, okay? The deeper the pullback, the better it is for us. However, the first place that I will be looking at for price to potentially continue in terms of the dollar and its strength will be at the 6-hour LV. So yeah, that is my take on the DXY. Now I'm going to swiftly move on back to pound USD. Now for pound USD, we were looking for a pullback to fill a lot more of this imbalance, I believe, around the 8-hour to actually get prices playing out the eye level. Nose playing out this candle that's sitting up top to then get that retracement. However, okay, we are actually seeing price react to this 8-hour LB candle instead, and it's actually given us quite a very, very good reaction. And I know a lot of the students inside of our community has been able to catch that. So yes, guys, if you are looking for mentoring, make sure to check out www.litcapital.co.uk and also ask for our Discord access. Now, looking a bit closer at the 4-hour, I really do see this taking out this low. It's pretty much already there. And yeah, we'll actually like to see, or personally, I would like to see this come down a lot lower for previous liquidity that price left off. Now, looking a little bit closer, one area that I will say for everyone to keep an eye out for is this area here, okay? We can see a clear institutional play. That price just never pulled down to mitigate out of. We got some imbalances. So definitely the 1.36113 level is definitely a zone that we should pay attention to. Yeah, so we'll be looking for some potential pullbacks on this pair to actually continue coming down lower. I don't really see this bouncing up. So, like I said, would like to see the dollar give us a pullback. However, it might just keep on continuing with its strength. Now, moving forward, we're going to move swiftly over to gold. Now, gold has been very stagnant, okay? It's just been consolidating the whole week. We've been met with very, very low volume, especially by gold standards. I think this range is about 200 pip range. And we know gold for giving us, 1,000 pips or over 1,000 pips in a day. So yeah, for a whole week in a 200 pip range hasn't been the greatest. However, there are small point of interest where we can actually get a move. In terms of looking at things from the higher time frame, from the higher perspective, I was looking around 1810 for a potential push up to then come back down. However, I really don't see that happening, and I don't believe that will be the play. I personally see gold will just continue to drop and fail to give us that pullback that we're all looking for to continue shorting this. Heading up to the daily time frame, I can see that there is a daily buy zone here, which is sitting in and around 79% of my fib retracement, which I do believe is optimal. We got a little bit more imbalance to fill and prices to potentially give us that bounce from the zone. However, in the unlikely situation that the dollar keeps on pushing, we could come as low and take out 1674. So yeah, that is the play, guys. I would like to share also one more potential outlook in terms of what could happen if we do actually see price pushing up to 1810. I believe that we do need to sweep these lows that price has just accumulated and take out the liquidity, play out this sell to buy candle to then buy price higher. Okay, so that is your two pretty much perspectives and two different angles that you can look at gold. Now, I'm going to swiftly move over to GBPAUD, GBPAUD. Now, GBPAUD, a great setup that was played. Currently, prices dropped around 177 pips, which was, shall I say, a great move. Realistically, we've seen price test my eye level and it looks like prices wants to head down lower. Now, in terms of GBPAUD, in terms of our last low point to our new high point, we really haven't retraced. When I head back over to the 8-hour candle, I would like to see price come all the way back down to 1.80735. So potentially look to catch some pullbacks, some retracements to keep shorting this down a lot lower. However, I will say to keep your eyes peeled, as the pound and the Aussie from time to time, they can be strong at the same time, but definitely going to keep or should keep our eyes out on this zone here for a potential bounce up. But I don't believe this is going to happen. I believe that GBPAUD is going to keep on heading down lower. Yeah. So moving on, we're going to have a look now at EURNZD. Okay, EURNZD has been a great pair. It's been quite difficult to read out EURNZD in terms of what it wants to do recently, as price action just hasn't been giving us that continuation as we are quite used to in terms of EURNZD. As we can see, we're seeing price push, come back down, push, come back down, push, come all the way back down, push, come back down. So, a lot of break-even trades. However, this is why it's important for us to understand exactly what is going on for us to be able to catch our moves, whether that may be 70 pips, 90 pips, 200 pips, etc., etc. Now, for EURNZD, in terms of the daily picture, okay, we can see that we've made a new daily high. We've played into a daily high time frame zone, and now we're starting to get that pullback. Okay, so looking at my new swing low to my new swing high, I would like to see price push lower into this zone here, where we've seen price mitigate from not only once but twice, okay, which is saying around 70% of my fib. The only thing that sort of makes me a bit apprehensive is the fact that we've taken out this low and price could potentially play out this zone here instead of the one that I've marked out below. Okay, so we definitely just need to keep our eyes out, just be prepared because the structure is bullish. So we'll definitely look for some buys on EURNZD. Now, last but not least, is going to be on that 30-30, US 30. Now, US 30 is being a prolific pair for us, trading it quite recently. And yeah, I would like to share you guys my take on US 30. So in terms of the drop that we had 2 weeks ago, it's just a weekly mitigation out of this down candle here. So heading back up to the daily candle, I do believe that we should get a new high on US 30. And, US 30 is just very bullish in terms of, its overall picture. It's just been pushing up. So I would like to see price push up. Maybe we see an all-time high on US 30. However, as I head down to the daily perspective, okay, I just can't ignore the fact that price is actually giving us a new lower low. There are two sort of viewpoints, two takes, two interpretations that could happen. There's always two sides to the coin, so we need to make sure we are prepared for both potential outcomes. Okay, so we could actually see price give us a pullback. I would potentially like to see a buy If we can pull back down, we could get a buy from 34,100 to then keep pushing up higher. However, I feel like price may want to give us a retracement or a slight pullback at this daily candle or at our higher time frame sell area, which was this 6 hour zone sitting above here. Okay. But nonetheless, there will be more opportunities to potentially get into US 30 and buy US 30. But that is definitely the take on US 30. So yeah, with that being said, guys, all of these setups and in terms of how these charts are progressing along during the week will be posted in our Discord. Okay, make sure to hit up www.litcapital.co.uk, okay, to get involved. Okay, Discord access is about £25 per calendar month. It is cheap as pennies. And with that being said, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell notification to get notified whenever we post a new video. It's very, very important, guys. Help support us. Make sure to leave that like. And with that being said, this has been your host, Pastor Pips, and you know the vibes is lit side. And remember, every day is money day. Peace.